Today we celebrate the feast of the Holy Innocents. These are the children mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 2. Herod, perceiving he was fooled by the wise men, was exceedingly angry and sent his soldiers to kill all male children ages 2 and under that were in Bethlehem and on the borders. Then was fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah. A voice in Ramah was heard of lamentation and great mourning. Rachel bewailed her children and would not be comforted because they were not. The Greek liturgy asserts that Herod killed 14,000 boys. The Syrians speak of 64,000, and many medieval authors speak of 144,000, according to Revelation chapter 14. Modern writers reduced the number considerably since Bethlehem was a rather small town. Some bring it down to 15 or 20, and some to even 10 or 12. The cruel deed of Herod is not mentioned by the Jewish historian Flavius Josephus, although he relates quite a number of atrocities committed by the king during the last years of his reign. The number of these children was so small that this crime appeared insignificant among the other misdeeds of Herod. Macrobius relates that when Augustus heard that amongst the boys of 2 years and under Herod's own son had been massacred, he said, "It is better to be Herod's hog than his son," alluding to the Jewish law of not eating and consequently not killing swine. The Middle Ages gave faith to the story, and Abelard inserted it in his hymn for the feast of the Holy Innocents. It is impossible to determine the day of the year of the death of the Holy Innocents, since the chronology of the birth of Christ and the subsequent biblical events is most uncertain. All we know is that the infants were slaughtered within 2 years following the apparition of the wise men. The Church venerates these children as martyrs. They are the first buds of the Church, killed by the frost of persecution. They died not only for Christ, but in his stead. The Latin Church instituted the feast at a date now unknown, not before the end of the 4th and not later than the end of the 5th century. The Roman station of December 28th is at St. Paul's outside the walls, because that church is believed to possess the bodies of several of the Holy Innocents. A portion of these relics was transferred by Sixtus V to Santa Maria Maggiore, St. Mary Major. The Church of St. Justina of Padua, the cathedrals of Lisbon and Milan, and other churches also preserve bodies which they claim to be those of some of the Holy Innocents. The Holy Innocents, it's good to die innocent. Let us try and make the rest of our lives dedicated to being innocent before God.